Hey, that's right, I am not dead. I'm back. So I just want to use this video to explain where I've been for the last, 2 years? The girl in California, that didn't work out. I don't want to go into too much detail, but it turns out we're both insane. Right after the last video I made on this channel, I think I found a job and I lost a job. In the same month, and it was entirely because of my drinking. The girl I went to see, she drank and did other drugs, but those had never been a problem for me, so I didn't think that was going to be any kind of an issue really. But it turned out to be a huge issue. When I drink, I am incapable of anything. So an addict should never drink. And at one point, I had broken up with her. We were still talking online, and I was like, you know what? You drink too much, you're a fucking problem. And I, stopped talking to her. But of course, pretty girl wants your attention, you're gonna be back. So this is why now I am completely sworn off women. Not because of women, but because of me. I am completely incapable of seeing women or maintaining who I am when I'm in a relationship. A lot of you, if you've been in AA or anything like that, you've heard of codependency. That's absolutely me. When I get in a relationship, the moment I start caring about the other person, I completely lose my identity. I become just a tool to make them happy. That's just shit. It always leads to problems. It leads to the woman being very dissatisfied with you. It damages your self-esteem. I don't know. I've had way too many relationships with women who fucked me bad. So I don't think I can ever see women in a non-biased light. So my choosing not to be with them is really more of a gift to women than anything, because I am a horrible boyfriend. It's been about almost 2 years since I broke up with that girl and left California and went back to where I was before that. I don't know if I've even mentioned where I was living before, but recently I've discovered that it's a pretty important thing to remain anonymous online, so I'm not going to give out personal information in any more videos. Try not to anyway. Maybe I won't give a shit, but we'll see what happens. This is one of the only channels that I've ever had that actually seems to help people. So I really want to start making videos for this channel again, but I'm not going to be talking about tramadol. I'm not often. All fucking drugs are the same. They may all have differing consequences for misusing them, but they're all rooted in the same issues that we all have. We are incapable of coping with life. And you'll hear a lot of that. You're incapable of coping with life on life's terms. I think that's just a buzz phrase. It doesn't have any real meaning. All addicts have a difficulty in dealing with day-to-day emotions and just the day-to-day every normal person deals with. We look to self-medicate, find some drug that makes it easier. We're highly destructive to ourselves and anyone around us. It's a rule in AA that your first year of sobriety, you should not get into any relationships. I think that could probably be increased to the rest of your life, never be in a relationship, but that doesn't sound very reasonable to me, but I can't do it. I become a complete fucking moron when I start caring about a girl. I do whatever they say. I do anything to make them happy, and that's not normal. Women say they want that kind of shit, but they don't really want that. They want a guy who will tell them no whenever they ask for something or do something that is obviously ridiculous. But too often they end up with men who will do anything, will find any way to make them happy, and in doing that they make them unhappy. So I don't know, I'm not here to talk about women. So after I lost that job due to drinking, I was a fucking complete alcoholic the entire time I was there. I lost my job for a myriad of reasons, but the underlying reason that they didn't know I drank, but that was what was causing it. And then I just went off the deep end, went and got high, relapsed. I knew it was the end of the relationship, but the girl there, obviously, after she knew that I had done that, she was done with me. I'm fine with saying she broke up with me, even though I fucking knew that was the consequence of getting high, and I didn't care. I don't know. It took me a year to get my shit together, because I left California and remained doing drugs pretty regular for about a year. And the last time I used was, I think, Halloween last year, and I had almost gotten into 2 fist fights with 2 neighbors, and I realized, dude, you can't drink, because if you drink, you'll get high, and if you can't get high, you can't do any of that shit. And it's really a miracle that I have managed to stay out of jail. At the moment, I have a warrant for my arrest for things I had done when I was drunk. Nothing bad. I refused to identify myself to a cop and was riding a bicycle with no headlight. I mean, it was like really nothing, not serious at all. But that's a consequence of me using. So eventually I'll turn myself in and have to go sit for a couple weeks in jail. Not really a big deal. But I haven't come to this channel and made more videos because obviously I was ashamed of having relapsed, and you know, I just wasn't looking forward to all the comments that are going to say you're a fucking piece of shit and you're fake and, you know, what you're teaching these people is not right. Well, maybe that's all true. I don't know. But part of addiction, part of getting clean is almost always relapsing. And I hate to say that because it will give some people the justification that they need to go use again. That's why I've always kind of never said that. But it's true. You know, you have to, once you start to get clean, you cannot enjoy getting high anymore because you know the consequences of getting high. And every relapse that happens just reaffirms how completely unmanageable any addiction will be as you are an addictive person. I won't be doing video, at least in the foreseeable future, because my camera was, I had left my camera in California. I had sold it. Straight up sold it to buy drugs, and then I got back, made enough money to buy another camera. I bought one, and then it became another casualty of my drug addiction. So I don't have a camera at the moment, and I really do, you know, I'm just not, I may be ready now, you know, to have access to money, but, and this sounds so pathetic, I know, but I can't relapse. I do not want to do drugs ever again. So I do whatever it takes to not put myself in danger. Part of that is not having access to money. I don't carry around money. I don't have access to small, expensive items, you know, that can easily be sold for drugs. Things like that. You know, that's how I stayed clean for, 10 years before this relapse. And that is how I will keep staying clean for a while. You know, and eventually you become more able to take down those impediments and be normal. But you will never be normal. If you're an addict, you will never be like people who have never experienced addiction. An addict would fully understand the statement that I am my own worst enemy. I could give a homeless man access to my bank account. He wouldn't fuck me as bad as I would fuck myself. That is 100% true. I'm also going to make more precise, shorter videos. I see now that it's an imposition to expect your audience to sit through 30 minutes of you talking. So this is the end of video 1. Right now, I'm going to continue recording for video 2, and I'll upload them the same day. They'll be together, but my videos, I'm going to try to make them around 10 minutes or so, unless it's a topic that I absolutely need to increase the length of the video. There's more drama to come in video 2, and there'll be an annotation on the screen. Annotation. That's how you spell that, right? Yeah, okay. There'll be a thing on the screen to link to the next video. Thank you for listening.